Let's keep it real for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4:32 in the morning. My hair is on some senior woofers type stuff. My face is breaking out. My dog is humping my leg under the table. And I still just want to watch some scary animations. So if you guys cool with that, you down with that? Everybody get ready and buckle up, because there we go! First animation of today's video comes from Meat Canyon. It is called a Regrettable DBZ cartoon. No regrets in this household, alright? Look at me. No regrets. God damn. Oh my god. Yo. Goku looked like he'd been in a hyperbolic time chamber and been hitting that heroin 8 times a day. Look at the veins.
What are you doing here?
What is up with those face animations?
Bit of an odd question, isn't it?
I feel like I'm on drugs.
I said it's a bit of an odd question,
Bro, his teeth and his eyes went Super Saiyan. Look at them shits. Ooh, making me want to do the same thing with my teeth. Ew.
This is my home, so I should be allowed to shelter at my own convenience.
Bro, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I suppose
Bulma got that head, though.
I suppose, yes.
Good and bad. She got that
do
dome.
Suppose.
She got that bubble dome.
Tell me, Chi-Chi, where's my boy?
I always thought it was a little weird how her name was Chi-Chi, because in another language, Chi-Chi's means big old titties, and what language is that again?
My little monkey man.
I don't know.
You really don't seem to know much, do you?
He's out training with Piccolo or one of the others.
This reminds me of that face recognition app on your phone.
It was just an educated
where you can have like the pig head or a unicorn head.
Right? Where did you go to school?
What?
So educated, you must have some master's or doctorate to be making such bold
He's about
claims.
to put that on the table, crush that thing up, and snort it with the left nostril. Just a little.
Chi-Chi.
No, thank you. Goku, you're scaring me. What's going on?
You've never been grateful for the things I've given you.
What?
I said, you've always been an ungrateful.
Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Bless me.
I want you to toss that senzu bean into my mouth.
I thought he was gonna say, I want you to toss it into my ass.
Why don't you just use your hands? Why are you playing this game?
Chi-Chi, toss the senzu bean.
I think someone was having way too much fun with that face app. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oof! A major airball has landed Chi-Chi into the fight of her life. Can she overcome her godlike husband and live to see another day? Or will she perish like the countless foes that have crossed his path? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
No, we're not doing that. Oh, we're doing that? Next video of today's episode comes from somebody we all know and love. His name is Kubz. This is called True Horror Stories Animated Compilation. I'm just gonna check out maybe the first one. The second one, you know, if I'm liking the first one a lot. Scary Gas Station Horror Story, narrated by Kubz.
First, a little background information. I worked the night shift at a local gas station when I was 19.
First, a little background information on how I feel about your voice.
On Christmas Eve, I had to work the overnight, 10 p.m. into 6 a.m. into Christmas Day. It was a normal night, no customers, and my cleaning was almost finished.
Bro, I think that spot's clean.
I had just got done eating and decided to go out for a smoke when I hear someone walking towards the store in the distance. Now, this was nothing out of the ordinary, until the person gets to the pumps and I can actually see them.
I know, guys. I'm smiling, hearing Kubz's voice. Calm down in the comments, all right? I can smile if I want to.
It was a male,
okay?
About 5'9" and
somewhat
thin.
So let me continue smiling.
He was wearing a dark hoodie, jeans, and
was
carrying a gift bag.
Oh,
as he got closer, though, I noticed that he was bleeding from his forehead. As he approached me, I asked if he was okay and if he needed any help. I noticed that the bag was empty, which should have been my first red flag. The guy looked me in the eyes, looking dead inside, and said, "You want to help? Then don't call the fucking cops."
Bro,
I agreed and told him that there was a first aid kit inside and that I'd be
It's so cute, dude.
Happy to help him with his wound.
Such like a big contrast with Kubz's voice, because this guy is barely moving his mouth. He has eyes wider than my balls when they're sagging in the summer heat. And I don't know, it just fits for some reason. It just fits, look.
Crazy, I know, but I was just trying to be nice to him since he was someone who could be a threat to me. We went inside the store and
that's why I'm so nice, because I feel threatened by everybody.
As I pulled out the stuff for him to clean himself up with, he said he needed to use the restroom and once again told me not to call the cops.
Should have been like,
I told myself that if he wasn't out of the bathroom within a reasonable amount of time, I was going to call the police. He didn't come out, so I went outside and called. The dispatcher told me to stay out of the store and find somewhere safe to be until the officers arrived.
It's like, yo, some crazy ass dude with red eye makeup is taking a fat shit in the gas station. He hasn't come out yet. I'm pulling the trigger.
He never came out. The police arrived and asked where he was. I pointed and they went in. Just as they got to the door, he opened it and tried to lunge at one of the officers.
Holy crap.
They tackled him, threw a knife that he was holding, and promptly arrested him. As they were walking him out of the store, he told me that I was lucky that the police got there when they did.
Oh, well, you would have sliced him up like a pizza pie?
Soon. I was a little shook by that. One of the officers came to take my statement after the other took the guy away. I told the officer what had all happened.
Oh, whoops, sorry, my bad. I was getting so lost in the corpse voice that my finger slipped on the pause key.
And then I asked something I really wish I didn't know the answer to. What was he doing in the bathroom? The officer told me that it was a good thing that I called when I did, because the guy had shot up some heroin in the bathroom, then was going to come out with a knife, stab me, and run with what money was in the register.
How did she know that? Bro, is she a psychic cop? Get out of here with that horse shit! How would you know that?
Of problems and a lot of anger inside of him. The reason he was so angry was also the reason his head was bleeding. He owed
I thought that was like makeup, like ritual type stuff.
His solution to the problem was robbing the store.
Like, you know, before you go out killing, you just put on makeup.
The officer told me if I didn't call when I did, I'd either be critically wounded or dead, because he wasn't going to allow me to stand between him and that money. I hope I never see that crazy drug addict who wanted to kill me to free himself of debt.
Oh, you will. And he's gonna finish the job next time. Good job, Corpse. Hey, good job, Corpse. Let me clap that up. Let me clap that up for Corpsey one time. Let's see what the second one is.
One time I went to the bar with one of my friends.
Oh.
I had just turned 21,
hey, I know the guy who made this animation.
I haven't been to many bars up to that point.
I think it's Mort.
My friend was drinking on the way to the bar, so he was already pretty drunk when we got there. Let's go to another one narrated by
Corpse Husband.
Their address will most likely show up.
Who the hell is this guy?
I happened to get a little visit.
This ain't my corpse!
As I said, the neighborhood is
like
very
14-year-old
quiet
corpse
after midnight,
before he hit that
while
puberty?
being in bed, watching some bodybuilding videos for entertainment, I started to hear someone driving towards
Whose voice
my
is this?
area.
Okay, I found another animation that's narrated by Corpse. This comes from Your Weirdo MJ. It's called True Scary Late Night Drive Horror Story Animated. What a title. Actually, it's called Bag Lady.
Who?
Like, why is she called Bag Lady? I mean, I have some
I've
theories.
always
Why
had
the hell did this go
an
full
innate
screen?
fear of the night.
Damn, calm down.
Not so much the dark, but the night itself. As a child, my imagination was overcome with stories of creatures that come alive at night and the safety offered by a house and light. I never had anything to base this fear on, until a night when I decided to go with a buddy of mine to a baseball game and got stuck at a light at 2 a.m. after dropping him off at home. Of course, that night, the game went into extra innings, and so I didn't get a chance to drop my friend off back home until well after
like the
1
Simpsons
a.m.
house.
Everything was fine on the way home until
I've been watching a lot of Simpsons,
right
so I know what the
Simpsons
Simpsons house looks like.
It was a T-junction, and I was turning left. The light is one of those that you think is broken until it finally turns green right when you finally decide to just run it. So, of course, I pulled up right as the light turned red. I would have just run the light, seeing as no one was there when it was closing in on 2 a.m. on a school night. That's the kind of street I like to live on, I'll tell you that. But earlier that week, I had heard the phrase, character is what you do when no one is looking, and for whatever reason, that was the night I decided to prove to myself that I was a man of character.
Now, I'm not a corpse expert by any means, but his voice kind of sounds a little different here, low-key, right?
Big mistake. I pulled to a stop at the light, feeling good about myself,
Am I on to him?
Bordering on self-righteous, when I happened to look out of my window to my left and noticed a lady sitting all alone on a bus bench.
Man,
we made brief eye contact, and I quickly looked away. It was too late. I could see movement out of my peripheral vision and knew she was coming my way.
Put on one of my videos. He'll buckle up right away.
I looked out the window and noticed she was carrying a bag.
What's this cap on this app?
I quickly checked that my doors were locked and that all my windows were up. I then moved my right foot above the accelerator just in case and braced myself for what was to come. I was hoping it would just be an awkward exchange and was praying for a quick light change before she reached me so I could just get out of there. But I knew there was a slim chance of that. She walked right up to my window, put down her bag, and began to tap on my window. I nervously looked up at her and she mentioned for me to put my window down. I had automatic windows, so I just imagined pushing too hard on the window button and
yeah,
that
you should just
thing
look at her and be like, it's
all the way
automatic
down.
windows, bitch.
So I took a deep breath and lightly flicked it with my finger. The window moved microscopically down, but she didn't seem to notice or care. She then leaned in and began to talk.
Yeah, get your hot breath off my windows before I run you over.
My boyfriend beat me up. I have a friend who lives down the street. Can you give me a ride?
She was small and skinny and kind of an indeterminate age.
You checking her out?
She was either in her mid-20s
like,
and had lived a hard
her up
20
or
plus
is you
years
not,
on
my
the
guy?
street. Or she was 60-something years old who had lived a moderately hard life on the street.
Who gives a shit?
All that to say, just by looking at her, there was no way to verify her story.
He'd be like, hey,
she
Ma,
looked beat up by life, not just by a boyfriend.
sorry
But
for
there
the
was
voice,
something
I got
about
that
her
asthma.
delivery. It was robotic and seemed practiced, like she was disconnected for the moment. That made my skin crawl. And after a brief, maybe about a second debate on whether I should do it, I told her that I had to get home and that I couldn't give her a ride.
I gotta go, my mom's gonna
After my
spank me.
first refusal, she leaned in closer and said the same thing again.
My boyfriend beat me up. I have a friend who lives down the street. Can you give me a ride?
This time, I felt more confident when I declined to give her a ride and told her I had a curfew and had to get home. She leaned in a third time and began her statement again.
If you don't get your gingivitis
boyfriend beat me
infested
up.
mouth off my window,
At
I
this
swear to
point,
Buddha.
the light changed and I slowly lifted my foot off the brake and started slowly rolling forward
Just
and began
go!
muttering an apology. She didn't move. She just looked at the light, looked down at me, leaned in closer, and said 5 words that have haunted me ever since.
You made the right decision.
Then she picked up her bag and walked back towards the bench.
Goosebumps.
I peeled out of the
Oh, that
intersection
gave me
and cried and
goosebumps,
screamed
bruh.
all the way home.
I don't know
I
why.
have no idea what she planned to do or if there were more people
So that
waiting
was
to
a
jump
test.
in my car from the bushes had I moved to let her in.
Like she was
But
an
that
evil
encounter
monster, and
has
if she
haunted
said
me
yes,
ever
or if he
since,
said yes,
and
he would've
has
been cooked.
confirmed in my mind that nothing good happens after dark.
Damn. Hey, that was good. The way that animation ended, hey, I'll clap it up to that. Last animation we're gonna check out in today's video comes from my guy, Wansi Entertainment. It is 3 in 1. So 3 short stories wrapped into one video. So let's everybody pay attention. This one is called The Bus Driver. Pay attention.
This
Do it.
incident
Right now.
took
Pay
place in
attention.
China. A female bus driver was driving when 3 bullies on the bus suddenly
3 virgin
approached
bullies.
her.
Let's get the
They
facts
began
straight. Nobody bullies anybody unless they just don't get any or they just don't have any love at home.
threatening her and told her to stop the bus immediately.
She's
Other
giving you a ride and
passengers
you
were
want her to
ignoring
stop the
the
bus?
situation, but one middle-aged man stood up and tried to stop them.
It was Bruce Lee.
However, showing no
Nah,
mercy,
he looks more like a Jackie
they started
Chan.
beating him.
Oh, God.
The bullies
Jackie would
stopped
never
the
get his ass
bus,
beat like that. Never
dragged
mind.
the driver into the woods nearby, and after a while, returned to the bus. It was certain that the driver was sexually harassed by them. Even though she returned with a terrible look on her face, her expression was still very calm. The driver then ordered the middle-aged man to get off the bus right away. The man complained to the driver that he was the only person trying to save her, but the driver shouted that she wouldn't start until the man got off. The man resisted, but the passengers joined in and
He's like,
forced
"Get off,
him
my
out of
wife
the
made a
bus
TV
with his
dinner."
luggage, and then the bus
It's
started
gonna
to
get
drive off.
cold.
The man was upset, but there was nothing he could do.
That's the things he
So
gets.
He just looked at the back
What
of
a
the
time to
bus
be
while it
alive.
left him behind. Staring at the back of the bus, he was suddenly shocked. When the bus entered the curve, it did not slow down. And then it dropped down a cliff.
shit!
The bus driver didn't reduce the speed on purpose. All the passengers on the bus died, except for the man who was kicked
she
off
saved
the
him
bus.
because he tried to save her. So she spared his life. Wow. Okay, guys. Are we thinking what I'm thinking? Guys and girls, girls and guys? Yeah? On 3? You ready? Okay, 1, 2. Oh, you were gonna do it prematurely, weren't you? 1, 2, 3. What a twist! Next one is called The Woman Dancing in My Dream.
This is
She
a
better dance
story
good?
about a dream.
She gonna dance in my dream.
There
She
was
better
a
dance good.
person
You
who was
feel me?
preparing for a trip. After he bought a plane ticket, he waited a few days with excitement and
Oh, you got a
finally
hot
fell
date?
asleep a
It's
day
an ugly
before
ass
the
shirt,
trip.
my guy.
and he had a weird dream. He saw a woman in his dream wearing a colorful jacket. Her eyes and mouth were both wide open. Then she suddenly shook her body and started to dance like a mad person.
She doing one of those
Being
weird
surprised,
dances.
he finally woke up.
Bro, I always thought to myself, like, if a kid just randomly went up to me, started doing a Fortnite dance, like a floss dance or the Orange Justice thing or anything, I don't know how I'd react. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to awkwardly laugh or I'm just like, ugh, or I don't know what to do. Because, man, if somebody did that in front of me, I don't know. That'd be a day. That would be a day.
Checked the time, and then he realized that the boarding time had already passed. All of a sudden,
was doing, like,
he
some
received a phone
Fortnite shits
call
and he
from
missed
his
his
mother
flight.
while he was thinking
lame,
about what he
dude.
should do next. As soon as he answered the phone, he heard his mother's anxious voice. She was worried about him. Confused, he turned on the television, and the news made his heart drop.
Wait.
The plane that he was supposed to be on had crashed. Furthermore, the airline's logo looked very familiar to him.
Okay, wait. One question I have about that, though, is the mom called him wondering if he was okay. She saw the news and the plane crashed, assuming everybody died on the plane. Wouldn't she have thought that he died on the plane too? Let's just go to the last one, the mirror.
I was bullied when I was in high school. One day, I fell asleep while in class, and when I opened my eyes, it was already dark outside. During the class,
Even the teacher didn't
no
tell
one
you?
bothered to wake me
Wow.
up, so I had to leave the classroom alone. The dark
Even the
hallway
teacher
was
left.
scary, and tears were
was like,
rolling
"Later,
down
nerd."
my face. I was really sad, realizing that I was being bullied. Anyway, I was passing by a full-length mirror in the middle of the school stairs. Then, as I was walking downstairs
That's
with my
creepy.
cell phone's flashlight, I saw myself in the mirror by
That's super
accident.
creepy.
And I couldn't take my eyes off of it for a while. I was not reflected on the mirror. Being confused, I looked in the mirror straight ahead this time, but still, I couldn't see myself. Staring
one of those
in the
trick
mirror for a
mirrors
few more minutes,
that they have in
I then
carnivals.
screamed and
Come on.
ran out of the school.
Logical explanation.
Come to think of it now, I think they didn't see me in the classroom that day.
Wait, so they're bullying you and you're already dead? So they're just talking shit behind your back. That's not right. You know what? We're gonna haunt that school.
Okay.
You know what? We're gonna check out one more for today's episode because I'm in the mood right now. It's called The Woman at My Bedside. Hey, I could use that right now.
I had a hobby of capturing some ghost stories that I found
me
on
shut
the
up, dude.
internet and
It's not
putting
even
them
funny.
one by one
Nobody's
in
even
my
laughing
cell
about
phone's
that.
album.
Except me inside my
Then
mind.
one night, I
At least I'm safe
suddenly
inside my
had
mind.
a nightmare. I couldn't move my body at all.
Sleep
And at the
paralysis
same
gang.
time,
I used to be
something
part of
caught
that. God
my eye.
damn!
It was a female ghost.
Bro, I would not want that woman at my bedside. I take that back. I take it back, please. I take it back. Don't do this to me. God damn, it's scary.
Sitting at my bedside, she was muttering something while holding my cell phone. And when I looked more closely, I could see that she was watching those scary stories in my phone's album that I had captured, swiping her finger on the screen quickly.
Better not double tap.
This is funny. This is funny. And this is very funny. This is funny.
What? What? Oh, what the hell was that? That was it? All right, you know what, guys? We're ending it on that note. We reacted to a few scary stories in this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you give it one big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Kubz Scouts is that dude!